The Vikings are kings of the NCAA after beating Villanova 54-38. Welcome back into the offseason with the Cleveland State Vikings here in our NCAA basketball series. Fantastic finish for the Cleveland State Vikings as we hoist a national championship for the second year in a row. Let's jump to our rafters and take a look at our accomplishments from the season. We went 33-3, first in the regular season and first in our conference tournament, getting us to a 6th seed in the March Madness NCAA tournament where we did not get eliminated. 6 wins leads us to our national championship. Without further delay, let's hop on into our offseason. First things first, Cleveland State wants to extend Aaron Craft 5 years. We, of course, accept it. We want to keep building what we have going on here at Cleveland State. Also, didn't want to decline it in fear of being booted from the program and having to start somewhere else. I'm not sure how the game works like that, so we accepted it because of that, too. Recruiting. Our recruiting class coming in this year is fantastic. 4 5-stars and 1 4-star coming in. Let's go ahead and break down each recruit. George Gardner, number 4 shooting guard in his class, number 9 overall in the entire class, top 10 player. All the circles up top are filled out for him, averaging 33 points a game in high school, 13.5 assists a game, and looks like 58% from three-point land. Huge get for the Cleveland State Vikings. Next up, Kurt Hannon, shooting guard, number 7 nationally ranked, number 2 at his position. All the circles above are filled, 20 points per game, 57% from three-point land. Another huge get for Aaron Craft. Ray Connor, small forward, 5-star, 6'10" from Clearwater, Florida. Number 4 player in the entire class, number 2 in his position. Yes, that's right. We have 3 top 10 players coming in this class. 25 points per game, 9 assists a game, 32.3 from deep. He's a monster in the low post. He can score almost at will. Shot blocking ability is average, and he wants to go pro after 1 season. Massive get for Cleveland State. Tyson Coffey, 4-star point guard, 3rd point guard in his class, 28 overall in the entire national rank, 31 points a game in high school, 14 assists. And finally, Nicholas Walters, our 4-star center, who we tried real hard to get. 15th in his position, 91 in his class, 17 points per game, 14 rebounds a game. We did put some effort into getting this guy. Below average court speed, we'll always have an eye on the pros. He liked our team prestige, does not care about our location, try another approach, and he was not even familiar with our team's style of play. Well then, but he's here as a Viking now. And taking a look at the top classes in all of the NCAA, Cleveland State, number 1 with our 4 5-stars and 1 4-star, followed by Michigan, BYU, North Carolina, and Arizona. One last look of our class. Take a look at those overalls. 79, 79, 79, 78, and 75. Without any training results, all our freshmen are coming in basically at 80 overall with a project center at 75. Top class in year 3 for Aaron Craft. Let's take a look at the folks leaving our program. Ken Anderson, graduating, of course. Tyson Booker, wanting to transfer. More on him. McCoy, Harmon, Lane, and Bartlett, all seniors, all graduating. They're from the old regime. Out with the old, in with the new. Tyson Booker, though, was a great point guard recruit for us last season. Despite coming off the bench, he was all-conference freshman team his first season. We're going to try and see if we can keep him around. Right off the bat, we're going to get a visit by the head coach using our recruiting points. Can't make a decision on my own. I need to talk it over with my parents. And on the last day to try to bring him back, we get a call by Aaron Craft. And he apologizes. I need to take my game to another school. So we lose our first top recruit from a previous class. Sorry, not sorry, Booker. Good luck to you. I most certainly have not forgotten about our boy Chuck Teal. He will be leaving the program. He has entered the NBA draft. He has signed an agent, and he'll be well on his way to hopefully the first round of the NBA draft. We have now entered into the off-season where we are in the off-season recruiting period. Here's a look at our position breakdown. We have 1 available scholarship going into the next season. As you can see, we're very heavy with the freshman class as well as the sophomore class. Real light on the junior and senior class. We'll only be losing 2 seniors after this year. Taking a look at area of need, by overall, you'll see power forward at 66. That's because we had a walk-on, auto-generated walk-on that was a 48 overall that just crushed our overall. But we got Demps and we got Francis, who have a high overall, so we are not worried about power forward. Center is what worries me. We have 2 folks there, young folks, 77 overall. We did bring on a new recruit who is a center, but I still want to upgrade that position. So here's a quick look at our prospects that we are targeting during this offseason. As you can see, they're all centers. We'll quickly go in and break down each one. Andy Nielsen, 7'1", number 2 center in his class, top 14. We unlocked just about everything we could with him. He's going to be a top player, but that interest just wasn't there for Cleveland State. About the only thing he liked about us was that he was interested in playing for us because of Coach Kraft. Everything else did not matter to him. Our next target was Steven Rogers, a 6'10" center, number 5 position in his class. Once again, all great grades and attributes, but the interest just is not there. Once again, the only thing he is interested in is wants to play for you, Coach Kraft. Our last and late addition to our recruiting process here is Reggie Whitney, a 6'11" center from North Dakota. We didn't get to unlock a whole bunch on him, but the interest is not there from the centers. And the only thing he liked from us was having an opportunity to play for Coach Kraft. So with this offseason recruiting period done, we did not fill that last scholarship. For some reason, centers do not want to come play for us. This will be a need to recruit for during the season. Here we are for the start of year 4. Let's take a look at our team preview. Key players, looking at Francis, Demps, and Rivers. Team ratings, good to see those improve. Overall A-, offense A, defense A-. That's an improvement from B- from last season. Preseason rankings, media has us at 15, coaches pull at 17, and we're projected to win the MAC once again. Taking a look at our schedule this season, looking at our non-conference schedule, highlighted by Florida State, Texas again, Duke, Arizona, Oral Pleasure Roberts, and Louisville. Let's take a look at our team going into this next season. Center, Andrew Francis at an 84 overall. Demps, playing power forward, 82 overall. True freshman, Gardner gets a nod at small forward with an 83 overall. Kurt Hannon gets the nod at shooting guard as a true freshman with an 83 overall. Jamal Kinsey moved to the point and improved up to an 81 overall. Now, a key contributor to why we put those true freshmen in, take a look at the 3-point attribute. Demps 86, George Gardner 95, Kurt Hannon 96, and Jamal Kinsey 89. We are going to be dominant from deep. This is why you saw Derek Rivers get pushed down to the bench, but he'll provide great support when he comes in from the game. So I love where our starting lineup is at. Welcome, Viking Nation. It is time for the State of the Union address of our series. I'm going to answer the question that is on everybody's mind, and by everybody, I mean nobody's. What's going to happen to this series? We're coming off back-to-back national championships, we've moved from the Horizon League to the MAC, and we're getting top recruiting classes. What more is there to do? I'm going to address that question and then some. First and foremost, the series is not ending. We will not shut this thing down, and we're going to keep going with Cleveland State Viking basketball. But it will look a little bit different. The series will be alive, but it will be on life support. We will continue to follow the program, but we are going to utilize a simulation feature to progress through the season. We will most likely simulate all the non-conference games, simulate the conference games, and once and if we get into March Madness, then we'll start playing some legitimate games. What's the benefit of this? Well, one, we can see our stats with our players in full 20-minute halves like the simulation does, and we should hope to see our Vikings up in awards and National Player of the Year contention. This is also going to allow us to keep us following our players, following our recruiting classes, and still watch them in March Madness. Next question. Well, what are you going to do? Well, we're going to go ahead and follow Chuck Teal's career in the NBA. 2K is coming around the corner for you guys, and we're going to be following Chuck Teal, where he gets drafted, and his career throughout the NBA ranks. We're also going to continue to look to add Cleveland State Vikings into the NBA ecosystem as we create draft players from our dynasty here within Cleveland State and add them into the NBA as well. So we will be seeing a lot more basketball content just on a next-gen generation and not a 13-year-old game. With that said, I thank you for your dedicated loyalty to our Cleveland State Vikings series. We'll see you next time.